program. Here you can see we're on the front web page of the Art of CNC website, www.artofcnc.ca. We select the Downloads page, and there are usually several files available for download. The one that we're interested in will of course be under the Mach3 heading, and will usually be in this area here. The Mach3 beta versions will disappear very shortly, probably by the time you listen to this video, and you will see Mach3 release 1.0 or further on up the series. We simply click here to download. We want to save it, and I usually save it to my desktop just for ease of access. I already have one. You won't get this warning, hopefully. And now we're downloading. Once the program downloads, it's 7.5 megabytes at the moment, so it does take a little while to download. But once it downloads, warning goes away and you can now close the screen. Here's our version that we just downloaded. We'll run it. We'll go through the normal warnings. You can see that you can just push next. It's smart to install in the default folder of C Mach3. This is for support purposes. If you're an expert and you can deal with it being in your program folders, please feel free to do so. If you have already installed a version of Mach3, you'll get a warning telling you that you're going to upgrade the installation. There's no problem with that. You're free to upgrade at any time, but before you upgrade, you should give some thought to backing up your XML files, which will be covered under a different video, because they contain all of your settings. You may also want to back up your tool tables and any special macros that you might have created. A solution to that is to create your own profile, and we'll go over that in another video as well. So at the moment, we're just going to do standard installation. The program is now installing all the files. You won't get this error. If you create a special profile and change your turn icon to a read-only file, you'll get this. Again, you don't need to worry about it unless you're quite advanced in Mach3, and you'll be used to seeing that error in any event. We've now registered the OCXs. The program will now warn us that it wishes to install the driver. At the moment, it's unzipping all the files necessary. There are over 100 megabytes of files in Mach3 at the moment, so it can take a little while. Now it's asking us if we want to load the Mach3 driver. Should we say no, the program will install as a simulator. You will get no motor output, but you will be able to generate G-code and see the effect of running a file as if you had a machine installed. This is a handy option for those who wish to have Mach3 running on a laptop or some system that is not running a machine, and they wish to use it only as a simulator. This will not load the printer port driver and doesn't stress the system at all if you uncheck that box. If, however, like me, you're going to run a machine, then you want to leave that checked and load the driver. Now we've installed the driver, and we're getting a very important warning. You should reboot before running program again. This is only necessary if you have never installed a Mach series program on this particular computer. If you've installed Mach 1, Mach 2, or Mach 3 before, you do not need to reboot. If you have never installed any of the Machs, you must reboot. Many people contact me with computer crashing problems which were caused because they ignored this warning. I realize some programs will allow you to ignore that warning, but Mach3 is doing some very special things to your system, and the reboot is necessary. So take it from me, reboot. Now we're going to go look at our installation under Mach3, and you can see that there's an icon in your Mach3 folder called Driver Test. This is a good way to test your system to see how your computer responds to Mach3. Here we're going to take over the system in 3 seconds with the driver. One of two things will happen. There's one of them. Preparation successful. You may have rebooted. Take over in 1 second. Now, this is a good waveform for Mach3. In fact, it's pretty exceptional. At approximately 38 microseconds between interrupts, and we have a flat line. These little jittery lines you see are slight variations or microsecond jitter in the pulse stream. This won't affect your motor typically. Those are very small variations, and this waveform is considered a very good one. If your computer crashed when you ran this program, then you have a problem. Your computer, if it went to blue screen of death, does not like the driver which is installed. If that should happen to you, there is a file called specialdriver.dat, which should be in this system somewhere. I'm going to arrange the icons by name so we can find it easier. There it is right there, specialdriver.bat. If you run that file, it will switch a new driver into the system. So after your computer has crashed on you, reboot it up, come back to this folder and double-click this icon. It will very quickly open a box which switches to a special driver. When that occurs, and you should get a waveform. If you get a waveform which is terrible, one which is not a straight line like this one gives you, but large spikes all over the system, or you may find you've got noise going up to this level and just periodically messing up your waveform, then you need to run a file called optimization.txt. This is a text file which has several steps in it which can help you to remove processes in your computer that Mach3 is having a problem with. There is several things in the list, and you can either contact me for the list, download it from the website shortly, or get it from the Yahoo support group. Another important point is the Yahoo support group, and you would be well advised to go to this link here to the Yahoo support group. There are a lot of people there, and they can really help with problems that you might have should you not be able to reach me in time. There is a file section which has several files in it that can help you through various problems, and there's a message list with literally thousands of messages that you can search for problems that people have had. And that's it. With that having been done, you are installed. You can now run Mach3 Mill, and it should start up the program, and you're ready to configure the program. There will be a separate video that you can watch on configuring the program and getting it set to do the things that you need it to do. Thanks for listening. Goodbye. We're going to take a look at configuring the Mach3 system now. You've just started up your program. It probably looks exactly like this screen with the reset button flashing, telling you that you have not reset the system. One of the first things that